Hello my loves, and welcome back to another pick a card reading with me. Today I wanted to do one in regards to the root chakra because a lot of you guys have actually asked me to do a mini series or talk about the chakras, and I thought, wouldn't this be a cool way to incorporate a reading into the actual meanings of the tarot cards as well as the meaning of the chakra in itself. So this is going to be a three-parter kind of individual thing. We're going to have information about the root chakra, we're going to have information about the tarot cards, as well as this reading. So we're going to do this for all 7 of them, but we're going to first start with the root because the root is most important. If you are not aligned at all in any shape or form, it's going to affect your base, and that is at the bottom, which is why it's called the root. I do just want to quickly say that for all of my tarot readings, in order for you to receive the messages, you do need to be in a good frame of mind. If you can, meditate. If you can, just clear out your mind. I will be placing that here in this video if you would like to do that. Before we get started, I just wanted to point that out there as well. I will also be placing crystals on here just so that if you would like to pick what crystals, you can. So this is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And then this is pile number 3. Again, please reach out to your higher self, your spiritual team, to ask for guidance on which actual pile is going to be right for you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and start your 15 meditation. And then I'll place crystals, and then we'll jump into the actual reading. If you would like to go straight to your reading and you already know which one, you can go ahead and click on the description box below or the comment box. And without further ado, guys, I will see you guys at your reading. Bye. For pile number 1, we have Moonstone. For pile number 2, we have Milky Quartz. And pile number 3, we have Lapis Lazuli. Hello pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. As I stated before in the introduction, we are going to be diving into what your root chakra is trying to say to you today. I decided to go ahead and shuffle the cards for the main tarot, and if we need clarifiers or any more explanation or more details, I'm going to go ahead and grab the tarot deck if we need to. All the information about the tarot deck will be linked in the description box down below. Before we get started, I do just want to tell you a few of the items or the keywords that I heard when I was shuffling for your pile. The first word I heard was movement. The second is realization. And then the third is acceptance. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into your first card. And how funny is this is that the first card we have is the Tower. And it's funny because it's in reverse. I think it's it's not funny, but two things here. The Tower is actually associated with the root chakra, so that's why I'm saying, oh, look at that. We actually got one of the major arcana cards that are in relation to the root chakra, and it's in reverse. So normally in the Tower, if it's upright, this is something that you have no idea that it was coming in. This is something that was very shocking, something that really struck your core, your whole foundation, and really changed how you basically saw everything. But since this is in reverse, this is just giving me the energy that you kind of already know what happened. You know that what you've experienced and the energy that you had to shift from one thing to another, that it was needed for you to get to where you need to go. But at the same time, you're not really accepting it. It's like you see it, but then you don't want to do anything about it. You're rather comfortable being in the position that you're at rather than allowing yourself to move forward and to be happy, to be peaceful, to allow things to really change for your betterment. But it does seem that you are kind of not wanting to allow that to happen, which kind of makes a lot of sense to me with the movement here, with the keyword. There needs to be some type of movement for you in order for you to get to where you need to go on your path. This disruption that you had encountered is something that is supposed to catapult you into your next phase of your life, your new chapter, your new book, partner, friendships, family dynamics, even your career. You may, and this can be in all sense, I'm really getting the sense that you guys already know this. And if it hasn't happened yet, this is just your ability that you kind of already are sensing that certain things are about to take off. But instead of you actually realizing that or wanting to take the action steps to get to the next point, you're kind of waiting also to see how it's going to play out. Maybe you're thinking that it's going to be a little bit different, but I'm definitely getting the sense that the more you are delaying this, the more you are not realizing the situation, allowing yourself to move forward, the more you are keeping yourself back from your truest potential. There's a sentiment here of understanding that even though things are being disrupted and they're not really working out the way that you thought they were, it doesn't necessarily mean that things are ending or that things are no longer going to be working out in your favor. I actually sense that this is going to be something a lot different, that this is going to open a whole new doors for you. But because this is something that you're not really used to, because this is something that you're not really accustomed to, I would say, it's making you be a little hesitant about what you want and how you want it, or what's going to happen, or even the new energies that come about it. It's like you're very much like kind of that energy, like, I don't know, like, I know if I were to do this, I will be better, or I know if I were to accept this, or realize that the relationship is done, or that the business isn't going to work out, or I may have to move, or I may have to cut this one particular friend off. It's like if you were to accept whatever it may be, it's still giving you this kind of energy of like, I don't know. And that's what's making your root chakra kind of say, look, we're all about releasing and allowing things to happen so that we can grow, so that we can feel more confident, so that we can be more accepting of what's happening in our life right now. And you're actually blocking us, you're blocking me from being more glowy and red and shiny and spinning. Right now we're in the shape of a root chakra that's blocked, that's not spinning, that feels stagnant, that feels heavy. And the reason why it feels heavy, why you physically feel heavy, and where you physically, where you emotionally and spiritually may be feeling heavy, is because you haven't acknowledged what needs to take place. You haven't acknowledged the fact that things need to change. And this is just a really beautiful testament of just saying, the more you are accepting that, the more we can move forward in that sense. I want to use this chakra cards to just give each individual tarot card a more clarifier. So I'm going to use this deck and see what additional messages I can get for you in regards to this Tower. Oh my goodness. Okay. The first card that popped out is perfection. Yeah. There's this idea that maybe your whole life you want it to be perfect. you maybe have this this energy of like things have to be in its right element, or that you have to be the right element. You have to look the right way, you have to dress a certain way, you have to perform a certain way. The picturesque in your family and the home life have to be a certain way. This is also the color red, so this is a root chakra card pulling out here, and this is just another energy of just allowing us to see that perfection is just this ideal, what people are putting perfection to be. This could be you putting a certain level of for you that perfection needs to be. This could be other people trying to influence you on what perfection needs to be. There's also this sense that you're not being able to speak your truth and really be who you are, because you're having to be this picturesque kind of person or this picturesque individual. It's actually hindering you from becoming your truest self and not being this whole fake or putting on a mask for this show. There is this definitely heavy energy that I'm just getting, that you need to be doing what this person is doing right now, like really leaping. You really need to be leaping towards your change and allowing yourself to really remove this mask, remove this identity that you have to be a certain way or your life has to look a certain way, because it's preventing you from you moving forward. It's preventing you from you being your authentic self. It's preventing you from you really speaking your truth. And it's also preventing you from really seeing what your truest potential could be. And that's really beautiful, because it's like the faster you're able to like accept what's happening and allow yourself to move forward, the more this hold of perfection or this hold that things have to be a certain way in order for things to move forward for you, it's let go. I'm also getting the sense to add on to that, I'm also getting the sense that if you have this idea that things have to be perfect, like the apartment has to be perfect, or you can't launch this project because it has to be perfect, or there's something about, it may not be you that needs to be perfect, but there may need to be a situation that you're dealing with that needs to be perfect, that's also hindering you as well. So there's this really good energy here of like, the more you let go of this perfection ideal, the faster you're going to be able to be free of this hold, and your root chakra is going to be more open and receiving, and you feeling more confident and wanting to be thriving in what you're going through. Next we have the Chariot, another major arcana card. The Chariot is all about movement, man, and movement was the first word that came, the first keyword that came out for you. So I think that's really interesting that we have movement literally in this Chariot card. There's this energy of you realizing that whatever you do, whatever you start to accept, it really does push you into this new energy. It's literally pushing you. Regardless if you want this or not, you are going to be forced into this new energy, because there's something about you that you're closing out a cycle, you're closing out a chapter, you're closing a page, you're doing something, you're closing a book. And it's making you have to look forward to the future. It's making you have to move towards the future. There's definitely this sense like you already know which way to go. And if you don't know which way to go to meditation, go to your safe space, go to an area where you can actually try to pinpoint how you get to point B to how you get to point A to point B. I'm also getting a sense that you need to feel more confidence in who you are and where you're going. There's a lack of that. There's a lack of you feeling confident and feeling pure that this is the right decision. And it definitely is the right decision for you to move forward from this Tower moment. Because we have all these horses here, and it's about literally fast movement, purity, confidence. I'm also looking at how all these lines are coming from her space here, and it's really a testament of like, the more you're allowing yourself to move forward, the more you're able to let go of the perfection, let go of how things are supposed to be, just letting go in general. Let's see here. Yeah. The card that came out is growth. There is definitely this need of growth needing to happen in order for you to move forward. It's like I said, it's this you literally changing from one thing to another, you accepting something and allowing something new to come in. It's only going to happen until you allow yourself to grow from this experience. the moment you start to really allow yourself to be in the energy of like, okay, this happened, I have to shift myself from one thing to another, because in order for that to happen for me, I really need to make sure that I am moving in the direction for me. And this is personal growth, this is spiritual growth, this is internal growth, self-love growth. There's a lot of here that you're letting go and allowing yourself to really move forward. I'm also seeing a lot of color association here too, because we have red on red, or red on pink, and then green on green. This is definitely making me feel as if like whatever you're going through and what you're experiencing is definitely tied in between both your root chakra and your heart chakra. Because if you're feeling something, or if you're feeling insecure about something, or you're not really sure how to go about it, you're definitely feeling it really well in your heart chakra. And it's also kind of like your emotional ties. Like this is the smart energy of the root, and then the heart energy is definitely like how you're feeling emotionally towards this. So if you're emotionally connected to what you are trying to let go and what you're trying to move forward with, you're gonna need to use your chariot energy here to move forward in that. Your root chakra is asking you and begging you to please accept what's going on and allow us to help move forward, because your energy that you're excluding right now is actually holding you back from your truest potential. Yeah, look at that. The third card we have here is Page of Inspiration. This card is really making me look at all the black cats. There's 2 here. There seems to really be this energy as if you need to really recognizing or really understanding your subconscious, the things that are hidden, because it's keeping you from accepting. You definitely need to be doing some shadow work and really diving into the reason why you're feeling this, or the reason why you are not wanting to let this go. What is the fear behind that? What is it that is keeping you from actually realizing your truest potential for you to move forward? What is the fear? What is the doubt? What is the scarcity? What is the thing that's keeping you from moving forward? I also just heard that acceptance, because like I said, the keywords I heard earlier for you when I was pulling this card is acceptance. And I'm looking at now all of the colors here in the Page of Inspiration. And it's like, are you afraid to be accepted of who you are? I also just heard your sexuality. There may be someone deeming you or saying that your sexuality is incorrect, or that you're wrong, or that you're, dark. There is also this sense of like your artistic abilities, that you are not really sure if you can go places with it, or that your creativity to make something come to real life, like a business, or like you using your creativity to create a business. There may be some kind of hold on that where you think you may not be good enough for it. There's this energy of true accepting yourself, and it's holding you back from your potential. The Page of Inspiration always reminds me of you coming in on something and looking at it from a fresh perspective. So if you don't even, like I like to tell my clients, like when we do readings and this card comes up, if you ever are working on something or having a determination or the willpower to do something, and it's not changing, like everything you're doing is kind of giving the same result, this is where you're asked to be looking at the situation in a more clear or more fresh perspective, more fun, a more lively kind of perspective, rather than how you've been viewing it from your own lens. Because sometimes we need to see things from a higher perspective, or from a different location or a different way, so that we can get the full picture of what everything is supposed to be done, or what we're supposed to see right here, right now, in this moment. But there's also this energy of like, the more you are accepting who you are and allowing divine to really guide you here, the more you're going to let loose of this hold of the subconscious, let loose of this hold of this negativity that you may still be holding in, and allows you to really be free of it. That growth is what I'm still looking at. Like the more you are accepting your dark side, your shadow side, your ego, the thing that you feel as if it's just holding you back, the more you are accepting it instead of arguing with it, but really accepting it, you are going to allow yourself to really move forward in that energy. Let's see, Spirit, can I get one clarifier? This one? Yeah. Look. Your passion, your drive is what's going to change this whole thing. You need to really focus on what your energies that you're trying to focus when it comes to your creativity. There is something here when it comes to your passions that you're really feeling a lack of, whether that be you creating a book, whether that be you speaking your truth and having like you being a speaker that maybe people don't want to hear what you have to say, but in reality they do. Your words speak a lot of heat. I'm also getting the sense that some of you guys actually may be in the industry of healers, I just heard, spiritualist. You may be you may also just may have come off of your awakening and you're not really quite sure what your next steps are. So you're really trying to figure out, okay, like this is things that I don't drive with, but how do I move forward from this? How do I allow myself to accept me, like accept this new version of me and still create and still make money and still live and still do all these things? There seems to be this energy of like, yeah, the more you are accepting that you are maybe not from here, or that you are someone that has abilities or someone that can exclude certain powers in a sense, like speaking your truth, like helping others, like being a coach, like being someone that helps other people move forward, someone that helps other people use their creativity, or you using your own creativity to create a YouTube channel, to create TikToks, to create some kind of inspiration to help uplift. There's some kind of energy here that where you are being asked to service others, but it may also be like you may not be like, I'm ready for that. And your root chakra is like, no, you are ready for that. This is a new change for you. This is for you to grow within your own development of what you're supposed to be doing. This is beautiful. Spirit, can I get some more clarifiers? I would love to just get some more clarifiers, please, with the root chakra. Can we get a few more? Thank you. Thank you. And can I have one more? Thank you so much, Spirit. Oh my goodness. How freaking beautiful is this, y'all? Look. Bottom of the deck, we do have destiny. This is part of your guys' destiny. Like I said, I don't know. I'm really getting the sense that now that we're in the reading, like really seeing all the cards, it's like some of you guys are really, this is part of who you're supposed to be. Oh, look. This is who you're supposed to be. Underneath that is acceptance. Accepting who you are. That is literally the word that came out in your keyword. Is acceptance. Accepting who you are. This is going to lead you to your truest path, allowing you to really be connected, accepting your yin and yang, accepting the light and dark. You are one and the same. It's not one against the other. You guys are duality. It's together. You are definitely being guided here by your own spiritual team. You're definitely being guided here by your own angels. They are here telling you that this is the right movement for you. Stop trying to delay your process on you receiving the gifts or receiving your truest destiny, because it's what you are meant to be doing. Doesn't matter if this is spirituality to you or not. Your destiny is for you to speak your truth and to really do things under your passion, whether that be writing, speaking, helping others grow. Regardless of what this is, your ability is to help others. We also have the card Wisdom, which is again making me know that you guys have this energy about you where you already know the more you are following your energy and allowing that to be guided by your spiritual team, wisdom is just being developed for you. You're starting to really understand yourself a lot more clear. You're not allowing yourself to be scared anymore. Honestly, that's all I heard. It's like you're having the more faith and having the more ability to move forward is actually helping you a lot as well. There's this really big energy, like, you know, the more you are doing this, the more you start to really let go of the fear that this isn't going to work. The last chakra card we have is Recovery. Yeah, recovery is making me feel as if like this is you just understanding who you are and allowing yourself in your mind, your body, and your spirit to recalibrate in that energy. Like, it just makes me feel as if, like, the more you guys are in this energy of healing yourself, doing meditations, allowing yourself to unblock your root chakra, drinking right, getting enough sleep, putting in the work for your mind, body, and spirit, it allows you to really open up more doors for you to understand what direction you're supposed to be going in. Ooh, this is so beautiful. I'm really called to pull some more oracle cards. This is Mother Isis, so we're going to use Goddess Isis oracle cards to see what additional messages she has for you in regards to your root chakra. So, Mother Isis, what additional messages do you have for the collective in regards to their root chakra? What do they need to work on? What do they need to let go? How can they move forward and feel more secure in their own vessel, more abundant, more alive, more secure? What do they need to hear, Spirit? Ooh, thank you. These two? All right, Spirit says just these two. Okay. Yeah, bottom of the deck we have Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. This energy is definitely a testament of just like how much you are healing from one energy to another. It's allowing you to really see things in its truest form. The first two cards, or the two cards that came out, we have Portal of Light. She glides on wings through time and space. And then we also have the Lunar Queen, she of the Celestial Crescent. Okay. So before we dive into these, I'm definitely going to go ahead and grab the deck so I can read it for you verbatim so you guys can hear what the actual card means and really get a sense of what Mother Isis really wants you to hear right now. Okay. So we have Portal of Light. She glides on wings through time and space. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are being cautious on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space and allow your sense of self to expand. It is safe for you to do this now. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual growth. You are not leaving your earthly awareness, you are instead adding to it. You are growing in power and awareness. You have had breakthrough insights where you realize that you are not who you thought you were. You are in fact a much vaster being. Sometimes this was shocking and uncomfortable and difficult to accept. At other times it was gentle and made sense to you. You are learning to integrate this awareness of your vast self into your life. The practical consequences of doing so are extraordinary. To live with less and less fear and insecurity, to become more detached and more passionate, more loving and less demanding, to need less and receive more, to feel more joy and exert less force to attain it. Such a wonderful gifts await you. You also become capable of exerting healing influence beyond time and space, which means being able to free yourself and others. If you choose to share your healing gifts, you can learn to create freedom from trauma, attachment, history, and other situations that may drain your life force and distract from divine love, no matter what occurring this is in any other lifetime. Isis guides you to powers and abilities to heal that are beyond time and space. It starts with the realization that what has happened in the past has power over you, only to the extent that you allow it. The portal of light is being opened to you now to travel through time and space to release the past, to open up to a future bright and to call for more power in the present moment. Once you have done this for yourself, if you are guided into the healing path, then you can share this with others. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that some of you guys are going to be in this energy of really healing others and allowing your voice? There's something about this root chakra, something about the trauma, something that you have gone through that's actually going to help you move forward, and it's your voice, it's what you write. It's something about you, your creativity and your passions that's going to allow you to really help others grow in this energy. Be guided by loving blessings of Isis to assist you in this sacred interdimensional travel now for healing and understanding, more growth and peace. Yes. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. I'm pretty sure you guys are just not aware right now of your healing abilities or your abilities to allow new things to come in. But I'm telling you right now, your energy is really excluding to the point where if you are showing your truth, you're showing your gifts and helping others, you are going to be growing at such a beautiful rate. And your root chakra is going to be more healed because you're not holding in that trauma. You're not holding in all this insecurity or feeling like you're not good enough to actually do this type of thing. You're healing yourself. You're allowing more confidence to flow within you. And it just opens up more doors for you, like more abundance, more happiness, more peace, more love. The Lunar Queen, she of the celestial crescent. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control it or force it. Isis is a lunar queen, understands the cycle of creative power and flow. Sometimes it can be hard to let go of desire to force, control, and make things happen, to exert might and willpower to bring what you wish for into being by sheer determination, exertion, and force. Yet the vast creative power of the feminine principle is to honoring and flowing the cycles of activity and rest, of releasing force and surrendering into the perfection of what is happening right now. Realizing that this actually brings us divine manifestation and creation more effortlessly and gracefully and to a greater effect. The celestial crescent is the moon in her changing form. This oracle comes to you at a time when you are shifting from one phase in your spiritual and creative journey into a new phase. This is a time to pay deep attention to the message of your body and allow them to guide you. Do you need balance your activity with more rest? Do you need to be actively creating, but from a more relaxed and more allowing rather than demanding or forceful mental state? Or is it time for you to spring into action once more? Has the time come to take steps forward? Pay attention to any card that draws with the lunar card, with the Lunar Queen, to more fully understand what phase is more appropriate for you now. These cards will help you connect with your inner wisdom and guidance of your own body wisdom for the greatest timing and unfoldment of your manifestation. Remember, sometimes more time in the oven prevents an overcooked meal. Sometimes we just need to wait a little bit longer. I could have sworn we said a lot of things about rest, taking care of your body, doing manifestations, all that stuff. This is just another confirmation, like you guys are going through certain cycles within your life that you need to rebalance or release or to accept. And the more you're going to do this, the faster you're going to be healing your root chakra and be feeling more secure about yourself. All right, well, pile number one, this is going to be the end of your reading. Please thank your guides, your higher self, and your angels and spiritual team for guiding you into seeing this message. And I will catch you at our next reading. Bye, my loves. Hello, pile number two, and welcome to your reading. Before we get started, I do just want to tell you that I had a few keywords for your guys' pile when I was shuffling. And so before we get started, I just want to tell you that. So the first one we have is your voice. Your voice means really, there's something about your voice, or you speaking your truth, or you just realizing the truth. But a lot of blue chakra is coming in a lot with this energy. Grounding is another word, and also solitude. So there is this sense of like what your root chakra is asking you to do is to really use your voice, allow yourself to really be grounded where you're at, and to allow you to step back and allow solitude in. Sometimes we may need to just rest. Sometimes we just need to not do anything, just literally sit the fuck down and like not be on the phone, not be trying to do something actively. Sometimes our internal energy is asking us to rest and we're just not listening. So those are the three keywords that I received for you. Let's go ahead and flip over your first tarot card. We have Awakening, which is all this blue. Look at all this blue. Look at all of this blue. Look at all of this red, green, and yellow. This is literally about, this card literally is about you finding your true self, you accepting your true self. Looking at all the cosmos things here, we got like a shining star, like a moon. It kind of makes me feel like it's a shooting star. We have a lot of splatter paint here, which kind of reminds me of stars. And then we have a lot of clouds here. Some of you guys are really connected to astrology. You are either learning more about your birth chart, your natal chart. You're probably learning more about your zodiac signs and how you can start to implement that into your daily routine, or really learn more about yourself. So you have a clear picture of who you are, how you think, how you speak, how you make money, how you love. I'm also getting a sense that a lot of you guys are really developing a more sense of understanding your true being of being a starseed. And that may be a little bit hard to accept, you being that different. Like, you may be different already. You may already be like the black sheep of the family. And now that you are kind of really trying to see who you are by understanding about astrology, understanding about spirituality, you're starting to really understand you're not from here, and that could possibly be something that you're not really wanting to accept who you really are. But at the same time, it's like you want to, because it makes more sense. Like, it just makes more sense for you to understand that, okay, I am from another world. I am a spiritual being. I do question everything. I do want more things in life than what has been given to me. And this is why I never resonated with a lot of people, or this is why I never conformed to the way society wanted me to conform. There's this real big energy of acceptance. Your voice is something that is very important. We're going to be using this chakra cards just to get more in depth for each individual tarot card for what you need to hear right now. Okay, that was fast. This one, prayer. Yeah, the thing that you need to really connect to is meditation. Meditation is going to help you answer a lot of questions that you have, especially your voice and how you feel, as if you feel connected, or you feel as like what you are saying makes sense, or what you're doing makes sense, and how you communicate that to others, and how you communicate to the spiritual realm. Maybe you have spiritual gifts and you just don't know how to really implement them, or maybe you're trying to see if you have spiritual gifts to connect to the other side, to connect to your ancestors, and you're not really quite sure how to do that. If you're trying to understand your authentic self and it's becoming a little hard for you to do, because you're realizing that you are maybe a spiritualist, that you may have like abilities, that you may be a starseed, you may have these intricate things about you that you really don't understand yet, and it's making you feel as if you don't know what you need to do, or what this means, or what you know what I mean? It makes you question a lot about yourself, your place in this world, your energy, what you're supposed to be doing here. And I'm saying all this to say is that prayer, meditation, you going to your altar, you making a space for yourself, is going to make you have a more clear indication of what steps you do need to do, what steps you need to be taking, and what area you need to be following yourself into. I'm just getting the sense that you guys are spiritual beings that are just really learning more about your true self. And the best way for you to balance out your chakra is for you to come into meditation. Come to a space where you can calm your mind to really listen to yourself and see what new direction you're supposed to be going. Let's check out your second tarot card. We have the Ace of Voices. Yeah. You guys are definitely being told, there's this energy of you guys are connecting to yourself a lot more. We have two rays here. Do you not see how there's rays being like, there's one ray going to her heart space, and we have another ray going to her head space. This makes me feel as if, like, for sure, for one thing, you're definitely getting information through your dreams. Your higher self is really trying to guide you through all the troubles that you're going through right now, to guide you in the right direction. Your higher self, your third eye, is really trying to open. But again, it's that energy like you are just not wanting to face it, or you just don't know how to accept that. So you're blocking it. and it's making you feel insecure and have stress about what your next steps are. This is something with the Ace of Voices that there's this energy that you need to listen. I'm getting, again, you need to just sit down and listen. This is probably why your words were voice, to listen to your own voice, grounding, to get into meditation and to really be in present moment, and solitude, to just shut the fuck up so you can hear what they're trying to tell you. That's literally what I'm hearing right now. Especially with the owl here. Owls may be your animal totem. You may also thrive at night and not necessarily during the day like normal people. You're very much maybe a nocturnal individual. You may also be connected to the energy of blue, or blue may be your favorite color. Again, we have a blue lapis lazuli here. We also have blue all around in this awakening card, blue all around this Ace of Voices. Blue is for your throat chakra. So again, makes me go back to your voice. There is this clear energy, like the more you are listening and shutting the fuck up and allowing yourself to be in a peaceful space, you're going to really get the answers that you need. And then this is what helps boost your root chakra, because it's allowing you to really see your truth. It's allowing you to see what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be living your life right now. Spirit, what additional message needs to go with this? There is this energy, the card that came out is rejection. There is this energy that you are fearful of who you are. Like really you. Not some fake version of you, not this fake mask that you've been putting on for years. The version of you that you're realizing right now. You're afraid that people are not going to accept who you are. You may also be looking at people like me or other people who are into spirituality, following them and seeing how true they can be, but you're also seeing how much rejection or how much hate they receive, and that may be fearing you again as you not wanting to move forward and you realizing your truth. I'm also looking at all the clouds here, because there is a lot of clouds, and I feel like your head is just very confused. There's clouds here, there's clouds here, there's clouds in this card, and there's clouds right there. There's a lot of clouds. I feel like your mind is really in the cloud, and it's making you feel like you just don't know how to see through it. How you're going to be able to make this work, or how this could be true, or how you can even make sense of what is happening to you. There's this real big energy about that, which makes me go back again to those key words of your voice, being grounded, having solitude. I'm also getting a sense that the more you are accepting this rejection, that people are just not going to like you, the more you're robbing yourself of your truest potential. Opportunities, job opportunities, I'm hearing you just having that freedom, you being your true self, meeting the right people, being in the right place at the right time for certain individuals or certain opportunities that pop off for you. I really have a sense that you're allowing your ego to really come into play, because with this rejection, I'm not seeing that other people are doing this. I'm seeing this is more your ego saying this is wrong, this is evil, this is not right. And your intuition's trying to come in saying, no, it is right. No, this is my true self. This is how we really are. And it's not that you're trying to be fearful, not really go in the bandwagon or really understand like this is what is meant for you. It's just that you're not quite sure if this is for you, because you're listening to your ego, which is making you be in the clouds, making you feel as if like, okay, well, this isn't right. Even though you have this energy or this sense to dive in more into astrology, diving more into spirituality, tapping into your starseed and learning more about that, trying to connect to that energy. I also just heard the word fearful, like you're fearful what could happen or what is about to happen, or how this could really bring in more happiness for you. There's this energy of just like you not really knowing what to do, but you know what to do, but instead of you doing what you should do, you are rejecting that in a big way. Let's see your third tarot card. Eight of inspiration with clouds again. There is this big energy here of you need to get out of the clouds. You need to get your head out of the clouds. There should be forward movement in this. There should be some type of you listening and understanding and being in that energy. Instead, you are walking backwards. You're being this energy of the snail up top, of really allowing yourself to take a day and a year to get this done. There's something about you that you really need to start really amplifying your spirituality, or really amplifying your true self, because it's making you, the more you're not doing this, it's delaying your true potentials of what you're supposed to be doing. It's blocking you from you being more confident and more radiant in who you are. And it's like the faster you are accepting this energy about you, the more you're going to have a freedom, less stress, less argumentative to yourself and to the other people around you in the world. Less fear, less doubt, less worry. But it's because you're not really sure which steps to do it or how to even go about it. You rather let that ego continue to play and held you back from your forward movement. Do you see how she's looking this way and she's moving this way? You need to be moving forward, not backward. You need to be listening to your voice, listening to your intuition, and allow yourself to be grounded in this energy. Let's see what additional messages we can get for the chakra. Spirit, what additional message? Yeah, there's this energy of expansion. It's time for you to expand who you are. It's time for you to accept who you are. It's time for you to move in this energy of who you are. Again with the blue. Again with the blue. You using your voice. You feeling more confident and more radiant in who you are. You understanding this portion of who you are. You accepting this version of who you are, what you're supposed to be doing, and what energy that brings in. There's this big sense of like the more you are able to just accept it, right? Accept your energy, accept the fact that you are not from here, and that maybe you are supposed to be doing something different, or maybe you are supposed to be enjoying life in a different way. Experiencing life as a spiritual being, not somebody who's constantly being in fear of who you are and like where it should take you. Big energy here of you using your voice. Again, I have to say the key words that came out: voice, grounding, and solitude. The more you're going to be able to do this, the more you're going to hone in on your true voice, your true authenticity. You're not going to be listening to anybody else. You're not going to be doing anything else other than what feels good to you. And the more you do this, the more you get more energy moving faster into your direction of what you're supposed to be doing. Spirit, can I get 3 cards for pile number 2? Okay, that was fast. The first card that came out is victim. Okay. Okay. All right, so the 3 cards that Spirit confirmed is victim, miracle, and self-worth. Victim I want to talk about first, because there seems to really be this thing of you feeling as if you're not good enough, or that this isn't going to work out. It's like you're self-sabotaging yourself on what your potential could be because of your past and what has happened. So instead of you embracing the things that has happened as it's part of your story, it's part of what has made you into you in a sense. Because you're not listening to that and you're allowing that to oversee who you are in some kind of way embracing the energy of a victim, someone who's looking at what has happened to them instead of learning the experience and moving on. So with the victim card here, it's a definite testament that you don't need to feel a victim. You don't need to know that you don't need to be a victim, because you're not a victim. Everything that you have gone through, everything that you have experienced has led you to this moment right now. This experience is going to allow you to move forward in this self-worth. You really realizing your truth, you really realizing who you are, and really being like accepting that. Because the more you can accept who you are, it allows you to really bring up your root chakra. It's allowing you to feel more secure in this vessel that you're in. You're not having any self-doubt. You're not thinking anything is different. You know that what has happened, has led you to this very moment. And this very moment has taught you a lesson for you to be who you truly are. And that's what self-worth is. It's you really learning about you and being comfortable with that, knowing that you are this and more. That no one else can dictate who you are but you. So your self-worth is bringing in this energy of more happiness, more peace, more success, more drive. And this is bringing in the energy of you feeling more free. Miracle. You feeling more alive, you feeling more at ease, you feeling more at home. You realizing that you don't have to wear this mask, that you don't have to be fake. You can be a starseed, you can be spiritualist, you can be a baddie and still do things with herbs and ground and connect your spiritual ancestors or your spiritual guides or your angels. It doesn't matter what and how you look at it. It just allows you to be free of this constraint of what you've been in. It allows you to no longer wear a mask. And it's a beautiful testament because like it's the easiest thing. The more you're able to really go within, right? The more you're able to go within and allow yourself to listen to your voice, listen to who you are, the easier it gets for you to not listen to this ego, but to expand more, to allow yourself to really go in this energy of accepting new growth, accepting new miracles coming to you. Do you see how both these yellows are coming in? There's a lot of yellow. A lot of success and ambition is here. A lot of throat, right? A lot of you using your voice and moving forward and staying grounded. There is this positive energy for you, pile number 2, that the more you are believing in who you are and accepting it, the more faster things come into play with you, the more you get the freedom, the more you get the happiness that you're deserving. And honestly, it's just also getting the answers that you deserve to receive. So lastly, I want to take these Mother Isis Oracle cards to see what last messages Spirit has for you. So we're going to take these cards and see the last message. So Spirit, oh, thank you, Spirit. Let's see, we have a few here. Whoa. So we have proper burial for freedom. Woo! Okay. And then we also have stay true and be in your own power. Love it. Bottom of the deck, we have the healing divine masculine, which is all about forward movement. All about forward movement. This is about you healing your divine masculine and allowing yourself to know that, okay, if I believe in myself and my intuition is going to guide me. And the guide, the pushing forward, that's the masculine energy, which makes me go back to that 8 of Wands here. It's that same energy of movement. It's forward movement. Now, to get a gist of all the cards and this truest meaning, I'm going to read it to you. Okay, proper burial from freedom. Sacrifice to Horus, Lord of the Dead. In order for life to flow and express itself, that which belongs to the world of death must be released. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to what no longer serves us, which is better left to die. Through it takes great spiritual courage and trust to allow this to happen. Horus, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be a part of your life so that you may be free. You need to see something through and let it go so that you are free from it. You may or may not be fully aware of what this is, but your energy field is somehow haunted by the past or drained by the attachments that are no longer necessary for your growth. This could be anything from your past relationships to dreams or visions that have encouraged you to in the past, but are not relevant for where you are going now. It might also be a spirit of a lost child or a loved one, someone that has passed on or left your life, or the ghosts of expectations unmet from past hopes and dreams. Can I also just say how the sun is shining on this card? I like that this is very beautiful. I really just feel like this is the time and perfect moment for you to hear this. There is so much beauty and fullness waiting for you right now. Beloved initiate, there is no need to further hold on to the past. Do not be scared. You are supported so utterly and completely in this deep healing release now, and all involved will benefit from healing change. It is not abandoning what you have loved to give it full or proper burial. It is in fact honoring and allowing what you are releasing to return to the pure love and light of Source. It is spiritual freedom for you, and what you have released, which is what is part of your destiny, which is all within your life, will eventually return. It takes great trust, but if you allow Oris to help you, you will release that in letting go. Rebirth and growth is really possible. You may experience grief, anger, fear, freedom, and sense of relief, or a combination of these feelings as you move to let go and allow proper burial to take place. Do not be afraid for any of these feelings, for they will pass naturally when allowed to just flow. These feelings will ultimately fertilize new life and allow you to become more of who you are in truth. Trust that Oris will love and protect that which is released into his care through the world of death. Death too becomes new life. There is nothing to fear and everything to gain. That is freaking beautiful. I'm pretty sure I said something about that for you guys. If you allowing yourself to be free, there's this sense of, again, going back to that rejection, there's this sense that you don't want to allow yourself to be free, or that you're scared to really be your true authentic self. And that is where they're trying to say, it's time for you to let go. It's time for you to allow yourself to let go of this old version of you and become a new version of who you are truly. Really accepting you as who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a starseed or not. It doesn't matter if spirituality is something that you didn't really resonate at all in this reading. If anything, please take on the fact that whatever it is that you need to release, allow that release to happen so that you can be free. Freedom brings expansion. Freedom brings self-love. Freedom brings you being a new version of who you are. And this allows you to really see it. So just trust me. Think about how your life could be if you were just to let go of the things that you are fearful of. Fear is just an emotion. When you dive into the reason why you are fearful of it, it really changes your perspective. Okay, now we have stay true and be in your power. You are a sovereign divine being with a spiritual authority and freedom within you. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being. The frail and crook, often held by horses, are symbols of divine royalty and domination. These symbols remind us that within we hold great dominion, spiritual authority, and freedom to be the sovereign leader of our own self. This does not mean that we have to control our life or others or even the environment around us, but it does give us complete and utter choice to become spiritually awake, free, and self-determined as we wish to be, as well as providing us with complete choice as to what our values and actions will be in this lifetime. There is no permission or requirement for anyone apart from yourself to be and live your truth. There are many voices that will test you on the journey from illusionary shackles of fear, loss, or abandonment. They may hold you back or tempt you to go into power or giving away your power and giving it away to others. You shall awaken from the testing into realization of spiritual independence within. Of course, there is more to spiritual authority than just recognizing that lies within you. There are times when you must act on it, guard it, and protect it, which means recognizing when others seek to exert your influence over you for their own reasons, or when you are being manipulated out of your own authority, becoming blind to your own power of choice, and instead believing that things just are the way that they are and you cannot question or query them. Sometimes during such challenges, to wield the crook and fail to exert one's own spiritual authority requires that you stand ground and remain true to your knowing. This is not about achieving a certain outcome or attempting to control something or someone, or even forcing things to be as you wish them to be. Standing your ground means always telling your truth and not selling out or giving away something that has genuine spiritual truth and meaning for you. It is not about making sense It is not about making another see things the same way. It is about honoring your own truth. And if your truth is wise enough to include compassion, then honoring the other, even when the other disagrees with you or seeks to harm you out of their own fear. You do not have to challenge another in order to honor your truths or your inner authority. If you feel that another has agreed with you in order for your authority to be intact, then it isn't genuine inner authority at all. The fact that you don't need to have that agreement with others is an order in a life, is an empowered life, and you should be liberating this realization. Yet there are times in life you can feel like an assault against your truth with a challenge within you. For those souls who have come to amass spiritual authority this lifetime, there is a test to remain true without becoming dogmatic, to honor what you know is true without massaging, judging, or dismantling the truths of another that are different from you. It is now time for you not to be scared, to listen to the advice, and allow yourself to be free of your own constraints. Beautiful. Stay true and be in your power. This is just another testament of just confirming what I've been saying this entire reading of the more you are recognizing your own worth, your own truth, everything else from other people, even your own ego, it's not going to take over like how it used to before. It's because you're really realizing yourself and honoring who you are and being in that energy. I really do see you guys moving forward in this energy, because the more you are honoring who you are, the more you're being truly accepted of yourself, and the more you're going to release this blockage that you may have within your root chakra. Pile number 2, this is going to be the end of your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel your energy in regards to your root chakra and what it is trying to have you understand so you can unblock it. Please thank yourself, your higher self, your guides, your angels, of directing you into this reading. I hope you guys subscribe, and I will see you guys at our next reading. Bye, guys. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your guys' reading. Before we get started into your reading, I do just want to tell you the few keywords that I was receiving when I was shuffling your cards. The first word that I got was stubbornness. The second one is lack. And then the third word that I got is doubt, or kind of broke, like you're feeling broke or having this self-doubt. So those are the 3 words that I got for you as I was shuffling the cards. Without further ado, let's go ahead and pull out your first tarot card. The first card we got is the Wheel. Ah, the Wheel. Every time I think of this card, it makes me think about how traditionally there are the 4 fixed signs that are on this card. The 4 6 signs of the zodiac are Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. These are the 4 zodiac signs that really exclude stubbornness. They do not want change. They don't like change. They are really set in routines. They're really set with having certain things in a row. And when they are not in a row, it creates stubbornness. It creates chaoticness, because they're now having to change the energy. And I like to tell people, it's funny when I see the Wheel, is because in order for things to move in your favor, right, you have to release this hold of things being a certain way. Because if you're wanting things to happen for you, you have to allow change to happen, and you can't be stubborn, right? That was one of the words that came out. You can't be stubborn about how things are happening. You have to really go with the flow. So as this being the first word, and it's the Wheel, I'm just really like, okay, Spirit's really talking today, because there is this sense, like, in relation to your root chakra, you guys are really being stubborn. You guys are not allowing certain energies to happen. You're not allowing change to happen. There's a lot of red here. There's a lot of red at the bottom, and she's wearing red in every single place of her change. There is also this sense of all the lunar cycles, because we do have all the lunar cycles here with the new moon, the full moon, the crescent, and the gibbous. There is a lot of energy here of like, there seems to needs to be change again, you know. There seems to need a need of change to happen for you. And you guys are being stubborn with this change. You're not allowing the change to actually be excluded. You're afraid of this change. You're not wanting this change to happen because you know a lot of things are going to disappear, or there's going to be a lot of physical changes on your exterior world that you may not be ready to let go. But there's this sense that, you know, the more you are able to go with this energy, allowing it to flow through, the easier things become for you, and the more you're blocked, like your root chakra won't be blocked anymore. It won't be feeling stagnant. You won't physically be feeling heavy and like you can't move, or like things are just not like anxious and doubt and all this other energy. There is this energy for you that the more you are accepting of this change and allowing it to move you forward, just like the moon cycles, just allowing yourself to go in this flow, the more you're going to be free and not have such a certain constraint to it. You're going to be able to let yourself to really just be at ease in this moment. Being present, very much being present in the moment. Instead of allowing all this darkness here to overcast you, you're really embracing that change and allowing it to flow through. Because the more you're allowing that energy to flow through, more changes come in for you, more positive changes come in. I also just heard the word freedom. So freedom may be a big thing for you as well. I am going to be using my chakra oracle cards to get more clarification on what each individual tarot card means. So with that being said, Spirit, can I get one card please for the wheel? This one? Yeah, there seems to be a decision that you need to make. There needs to be a decision that you need to make about yourself, about what's going on, because it's blocking you from your truest potential. You need to make the decision, because either you're being very stubborn about wanting this change to happen, which is very much true. It's like you're very much saying like, I don't want this to happen. I want the truth to be revealed. As I say that, at the bottom of the deck, we do have mysticism, and then we also have release. So there's this sense of either you're dealing with someone that is being fake or phony to you, and you kind of already know that, and you need to make a decision to move forward so that you're not being in this relationship anymore. You're not dealing with this shit. You're not dealing with lies. You're not dealing with cheat. You're not dealing with the negativity. You need to release this hold that this person has on you. Because the more you're able to release this hold, the more you're able to not allow your tears or let this energy of like, I can't survive without him, or I can't survive without her, or how can I have like a family dynamic be ripped apart? There's a sense of like, you kind of know what you need to do. You need to stop being, blocking yourself from your truest potential. Stop being stubborn to what you need to be doing. You already know which decision you need to make. You need to allow yourself to make that decision so you can move forward. And as soon as you do this, this is how you start to unblock your root chakra. Things start to be more, movement starts to happen, right? With the wheel, movement starts to happen. You no longer start to feel insecure. You no longer start to feel as if you're not worthy. You no longer get to sense this feel of like feeling like you have to, I just heard, waste your life on somebody or your energy on someone. But this is why your root chakra is blocked. This is what you need to do to release the stress. It's either an individual, or this is a situation where you kind of know like you need to let it go so you can move forward. But it's about you making that first step and moving in the right direction, not being stuck in the same spot. Let's check out your second card. We have Justice. Wow. Yeah. Do you not see this? Either you guys have really asked for some signs and Spirit is trying to show you so you can move forward. But this card gives me so much energy right now. The first energy I'm looking at is how her head is split, right? And I'm looking at this as being your old self. Do you see how it's also red? It's making me feel like the more you are realizing the truth on the outside, you can start to really heal your inside. You can start to heal your inner voice, your inner child, you feeling more balanced, especially since we have this scale here and the Justice card is ruled by Libra. You may have asked for a sign back in October and you've been shown the signs of what you need to do, but you're not taking that step. It could also mean that you need to be, as the direction goes, as I'm looking at this direction, this makes me feel like the more you are making the right direction to go within, the happier you're going to coming out. Does that make sense? Like the more you're moving forward, you're not allowing yourself to be in this dark energy right here. You're allowing yourself to come out on the light side. No more darkness, no more sadness, no more wondering if this is right or like any of that stuff. It really is this testament of like your understanding that this is part of you. And even though you've experienced this and this lie or this whatever it may be, it's allowing you to be free of it. There's no like a hold on you and when it comes to this. Definitely I'm getting a sense of rebalancing out your chakra by doing some meditation, by doing some inner child healing, allowing yourself to recognize that yes, this pain is actual fact, but it does not mean that it dictates how you move forward. There's also this sense that there's something heavy on you that you know you need to release in order for you to be rebalanced. There's something about the stubbornness and the lack of maybe you not feeling like you have certain things like a partner or real life, like home, like other people have it. This can even be lack of abundance or lack of just self-love, a lack of something. There's something that was not balanced for you in that sense. There's also the sense of like the more you are allowing yourself to move forward, right, with this empath energy, the more you're willing to move forward, more things come to be more light. Like you start to realize a lot of things, and it just makes me go again back to that root chakra. Like, you know, the more you are healing who you are and allowing yourself to be in that energy, understanding that you don't have to be stubborn, you don't have to feel lack, you don't have to feel stressed, you don't have to allow this thing to make you feel as if you can't move forward. You can. It's just a matter of you taking the initial steps to heal yourself. Spirit, can I get an additional, can I get one chakra card, please, Spirit? Can I get one chakra card? Yeah, balance. That's funny. Bottom of the deck, we do have victim. So there is this sense of like you've gone through something to where your heart is feeling very heavy. Your root chakra is feeling very heavy. Your root chakra is feeling very heavy. Your heart is feeling very heavy. There's this heavy energy that you're feeling that you don't know if you can move forward, but you can, and you will. The thing that you need to bring more in is more balance. This balance could include drinking more water, going to bed, releasing negative energy, healing yourself. There's also this sense, because we have two balances here, you may also have Libra placements in your birth chart or your natal chart, excuse me. But there is this sense of like, the more you are bringing in more balance to yourself, like we've been discussing, the further or the more you're going to be able to recalibrate yourself. This balance that you're doing is bringing in more happiness. It's letting go of these people. It's letting go of these negative energies that may have caused you all this pain and make you feel as if you can't make a decision. You can. It starts when you start to trust in yourself, following your intuition, like really following your intuition, because there is a moon behind this Justice card, and it just makes me go back into like the moon energy that we had over here, really following your heart's desires, allowing yourself to release certain things, embrace new things, release certain things, embrace new things. There's a sense of like, the more you are engaging in that sense of following the moon energy or the moon phases, it's going to bring in a lot more balance because you're letting go. Okay, so let's dive into your last tarot card. Oh, we got the Queen of Materials. Whenever I see the Queen of Materials, this literally makes me feel and remember the Empress energy, because it's kind of the same thing. The only difference between the Empress and the Queen of Materials is that she's mostly focused on her coin and how that brings in more abundance in a sense, whereas the Empress is really dry between the, you know, Venus planet and how beauty and luxury and all that stuff. So it just makes me feel... This makes me feel as if the more you are embracing the changes and allowing yourself to go with the flow, you are embracing more of your feminine side, of really allowing a new seed of who you are to develop. And that developness allows you to really come full circle. Because I'm looking at all these circles here, and it's like a circle, circle, circle. It's literally like the more you are moving in this energy of releasing and healing, the more you become, you start to honor and listen and understand how your feminine energy is really here. Your feminine energy is asking you to listen to me. That's your root chakra. Honoring it. Understanding, like, yes, a root chakra is about you moving forward and having control and having less stress and being like understanding you as a vessel, understanding you as an individual and being true to yourself. But in order for you to be true to yourself, you really have to understand who you are. And by doing that is by listening to your intuition. It's listening to that feminine side of you. The more you are embracing your feminine side and allowing yourself to plant new seeds of who you are or what you will become, it makes you feel more strong and more abundant, more confidence. Your aura just exudes more happiness, more self-reliant, no more codependency, no more lies, no more cheats, no more any of that stuff. It's really you being in your own boss and your own emotions and being firm and strong in that. Realizing that everything that you have gone through has led you to right here, like I've been saying. Everything that you are about to do and what you have released has led you to be in this energy of the Queen of Materials. Spirit, can I get one card for the Queen? Can I get one card, please, for the Queen? Yeah, follow your instincts. Follow your instincts. You're being told you know what to do. You got two cards here that indicate your intuition. Again, the feminine energy, really listening to yourself. There's this energy of like the more you're listening to you, and again, moon, circle, circle, circle. There's a lot of circles and moons here. A lot of circles and moons here. You are really being told to let go and follow your instincts and allow that to guide you through this. That is how you unblock your root chakra. Letting go of people who are doing you wrong. Letting go of people or individuals that may cause you harm or may want to keep you back because they're not wanting you to move and go forward. There's this big energy here of saying the more you can let go and allow your intuition to guide you to heal and move forward, the more you're going to be able to not be sad, stuck, broke, even having self-doubt about yourself, having this feeling like you're never going to accomplish or anything, or you're never going to get the love, or you're never going to get the friends, or you're never going to get this job, or you're not going to get this career. There's this sense of like you letting all that fear, that emotional fear, and you let that go and you allow yourself to move forward. It brings in more positivity. It brings in more happiness. So we got isolation, perseverance. Can I get one more card, Spirit? Thank you. And faith. Yeah, completion. It is time for you to complete this cycle. Like I've been saying, this cycle. It's time for you to complete this cycle and allow yourself to move forward. There's no reason for you to keep going backwards. There's no reason for you to think that this is going to work or anything. Your higher self and your intuition is telling you to listen. It's not going to work. It's time for us to bring in the justice so we can move forward in this, so we can start healing our chakras so that we can keep moving forward. There's no reason for you to isolate yourself. There's no reason for you to feel as if you can't speak your truth. There's no reason, I'm hearing. There's no reason for it. You can move forward. You can do what you need to do. You can say what you need to say. And speaking of saying what you need to say, it also gives me a sense like you may feel as if like you can't speak your truth because you're afraid of what will happen. Speak it. The only way that you're going to get out of this dark energy of feeling like you're clothed in dark, like depression and anxiety, or like you don't have something, the lack of this dark energy, like I'm saying, the faster you're able to really accept it and speak your truth, the more you're able to move forward. Moving forward is perseverance. It's allowing yourself to not be stuck. To not be stuck, to feel as if you're stuck, like you're not good enough, to not feel as if you're not worthy enough. You are worthy enough. You're worthy than anything that you could ever think of. It's just a matter of you believing in that and you moving forward in that energy. The next card is faith. And faith is that you got to have faith in yourself and in your higher self and your spiritual team, that they're guiding you in the right direction. This faith is going to allow you to really know, like, okay, even though this has happened, even though I may not be where I thought I would be, I am still free. I am no longer attached to these negativity. I'm no longer having to deal with such bullshit. I'm here and I'm in a good energy, and I'm allowing myself to really heal from where I was before to where I'm going to be now. It's allowing you to accept the truth and be able to move forward with it instead of being stuck in it. Lastly, we're going to take these Isis cards and see what last message Spirit has for you from Isis. Key of Life. So the first one we have is the Key of Life. And then the last one we have is Divine Sisterhood. Okay, so I'm going to read it off from the book so that you can hear exactly what Mother Isis has to say for you with Spirit. Lastly, we have at the bottom of the deck, we do have Flower of Life, Divine Creativity, and Manifestation. All I just heard from that is allowing yourself to get into a hobby, or allow yourself to get into some type of creative activity to allow yourself to express yourself. Okay, the Key of Life. The Key of Life is a mysterious Aka, the loop cross held in the hand of Isis. This mystery is opening to you now. The Aka pretends new life being born through you now. It could be in a creative sense or a physical sense, in the terms of health, or even in a child that wishes to be born, or a new project that needs to be created in the service of humanity. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Let it happen. The Aka comes at a blessing and confirmation that new life is seeking to express itself through you now, an encouragement that you allow this to occur. Something has started to be born through you at this time. See through it, beloved. Don't let struggle to survive from the lack of attention or care, or a belief that it will not be enough in any way, or it will be too hard to handle once it's created. The Aka says that life will prevail and your creation will come to pass. Do not give up on your creativity or your destiny. Stay with it. You are flowing in the right direction, and you have spiritual support from the unseen worlds. If you are unsure of what your creative destiny may be, or unaware of the exact nature of the new life being born through you now, remember that sometimes the creation will be a project or an object, a relationship, or a new human life. Sometimes it is even a new way of thinking that is wise and heart-centered, and will be available for others to draw nourishment from as an alternative to a more destructive and addictive thought patterns. There is one creative process common to all humanity, and that is the birthing of a soul light into form. No matter what other forms of life are being created through you now, the mystery of the Aka reveals that you can now for sure that you are growing spiritually at this time to allow more of your soul light to be in your light. What this means is that no matter what the appearance or circumstances in your life right now, no matter whether you feel alive or with your creative flow, energized or happy, or whether you are in despair of your old world no longer brings you peace or seems to be falling away, your divine soul is behind it, and a new life is emerging. It is safe to trust and allow this process to unfold. If you have drawn this card, it is time for a new life, and is very deeply spiritual and is highly transmutative for you inside and out. If you have drawn this card, blah, 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 blah. Either way, it's time for you to trust in the changes and that they serve your highest and greatest good. So that is the Key of Aka. definitely giving me the sense like the more we've been saying of you really allowing life changes to happen, decisions for you to move forward, it allows you to really see the true being of yourself and being free of this constraint that you may be experiencing. All right, now we have divine sisterhood. And a community that is based in equality, respect, healthy boundaries, and personal freedom with a mutual desire for spiritual growth and honoring the internal wisdom. You are part of the community of light. At one time, it existed only in the spiritual worlds, yet now is being born on earth. It is part of your destiny to help create and nurture a conscious community that empowers all of its members, and it's based on truth. Letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendship is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contacts decided upon before you were born, who wish to help you and whom can help you too, as you grow together in peace, light, and wisdom. Your light has a value on its own, of course, but it's also a deep service when it is visible to others, lighting the way. You are guided to allow the beloved Isis to help you now through community. There can be a strength in numbers. Community can help you gain the added power of a group effort to rise above the old patterns and lift each other in new patterns that are much more real and beautiful. In the unity of divine in each other, we grow and we become capable of such wonders. Mother Isis says that there is so much light awakening within our planet and so much spiritual light gifted to Earth from central beings at this time that it makes sense to build a large enough container to receive it. Groups that are willing to learn to connect to the heart level and honoring each other can be capable of calling in and receiving tremendous forces of light in humanity and on Earth. If you have enough electricity in your power in your city, you wouldn't try to fit a house. Likewise, with all the spiritual electricity becoming available on Earth, groups are now needed to help it to circulate and flow. You are wise and grounded enough within yourself not to lose yourself in this group, and is said to help a group become a community of honoring individuals. Your leadership by example is important, as groups can sometimes descend to the lowest energetic vibration if the members fall into their ego rather than staying in their hearts. Yet if the members can stay in their hearts, the group can lift each other rather than pull each other down. This card is based upon love between the goddess of ancient Egypt and Hathor, Isis, Bastet, Sekhet, and more. They often picture with similar symbols and headdresses and share the same iconology that helps us realize that although they are divine individual beings, they are connected as uniquely expressions of something greater. This just also makes me feel as if like the more you are engaging into finding people who are like-minded like you that are going to help you uplift and not keep you down like all the gossip that we had earlier, this energy is going to allow you to be in that, allowing you to find new people, new relationships, new individuals that are going to help uplift you. They're going to help you bring forth new positive changes in your life and allow you to not have a blocked root chakra anymore. Your chakra is going to be more actually healed and balanced because you have found individuals that resonate with you, that get you and you get them, and they are open to helping you have a more sense of no more lack, no more having stubbornness, no more feeling like you're broke or that you're not going to have anything, no more self-doubt. You're going to be more confident, more radiant in who you are by just being around these individuals, and they're going to help you do that as well. All right, well, pal number 3, this is going to be the end of your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel your energy today. And make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and I will catch you guys at our next little reading. Bye, my loves.